Hello. All right. So I have been struggling to find a way to create cut lines around my clip art. And I figured out how to do it. And I wanted to share with you because I feel like you guys will love this as well. So this is what I mean by creating a cut line. So this is the clip art right here. And then it has this thick white around it, and then it also has this dashed lines. So I could create the white, but I could not figure out for the life of me how to do the dashed lines around it. So I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to use Photopea because it's free and we love free. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to a new project and then you can name it here. But I like to name it at the end. So for width, you can do 1,000 pixels and then height 1,000 pixels. I like to make sure the DPI is always 300. And then for the conversation, for the you know making it easy for you guys to see, I'm going to change the color of this to like a yellow, right? Okay, so there we go. And then I don't touch any of that and then hit create. So now we got our little yellow box, right? So cute. So let's grab our clip art. I was just going to use one of my little doggies that I just created. This one is a fun one. uh, this guy, he's fun. So there's our little sheltie. And then what you're going to do is you're going to just make this a little bit smaller, right? So right here, you're going to pull this in. I like to put it at around 850 just so I give it lots of room to breathe. So about, it doesn't really matter that much. And then I pull it into the center and you'll see the center because you see those red lines that came across it. There you go. So you want those to be a plus, and then there you go. So we did that. And then what we're going to do now is you got to stay with me. All right. So you can turn the background off if it upsets you, but I like to be able to see everything that I'm doing and I want to show it to you. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to right click this. We're going to go to our, we right click the layer. And if you don't have layers up here for some reason, you can go to window and you can add layer right here. And you can also make sure you have paths because we're going to use that as well. All right, so go back to our little sheltie and then we're going to right click blending options. And then we're going to go over here to stroke. Now, I like to double click it to make sure that I get all the goodies. So if you look, this is the stroke. We have a little stroke around him. He's so cute. All right. But we want that to be a thicker stroke. So you can do this with like smaller, like if you don't want to have a big stroke, that's fine. It's up to you. I generally go between 50 and 60, depending on how wonky the things get. So if it's a little wonky like this one, then I will go to 60, but you see it creates this box right here and I don't want that. So I'll go back down to 50. Or you could even just make it a little bit bigger than that and get rid of that box altogether. So if you make it like 68, look at that. There's no boxes. Now, we don't want it to be black. We want it to be white. So you just click on this box right here and you change this to white. And then you press OK there, and then you press OK there, and now look, you have your cute little puppy. All right, now we're going to right click and we're going to duplicate this layer. And then what I like to do is I like to take the copy and put it underneath. Oopsies. I accidentally touched these eyeballs, which makes them disappear. Instead, we're going to grab over here by the text and pull it down. There you go. Now you have your copy on the bottom. And then we're going to right click this bottom layer and we're going to convert to a smart object. And then we're going to right click it again and we're going to rasterize because apparently that's a thing we need to do if you want to like add a color layer at all. Okay, so now we're going to right click and select pixels on this bottom one. We're on the bottom one again still. We're going to select pixels. So now you can see it kind of goes around the outside. Now we're going to go to paths up here. You see over here by layers. We're going to go to paths. And if you don't have that, it's up here with window. You just make sure you have paths right here. So we go to paths. And then down here on the bottom, it's the fourth one in. This is called selection to path. So we're going to click that. And now we have a work path, if you could see. Now we're going to go back to layers. Actually, we don't even need to do that. We're going to go up to layer of here, and we're going to do new fill layer. And then we're going to do a color fill, make that into like red, right? There you go. Got our new layer. So there's our layer. And now we're going to path select, which is this little arrow right here. So we go over here to like you find the hand tool, you go up to, and that's the path select. So we click that, and then you'll see this come up at the top. This was our red that we made. We're going to change that to the fill to be none. We're going to change the stroke to be black, and then we're going to add, I like to make this like 6. And then we're going to make it, you're going to click on this line right here. And this is similar to Photoshop, or not Photoshop. Well, it is probably similar to Photoshop, but PowerPoint. And then you're going to change it to dashes. And you can do 4 by 2. It doesn't really matter, unless it matters to you. And then if you click over to, whatever else, now you can see we made our little dude with cut lines. So there you go. That's how you do that. It was really stressful and difficult for me to figure this out. So I'm happy that we finally got it. I had to watch like 15 different tutorials and figure it out. I took a whole bunch of notes. I tried to do it like 7 different times. All right. So now after this, to save, you're just going to go to File. And I like to do Export as PNG. And you can see your little dude here. There's no background. If there is a background, you're just going to come over here and unclick it. So this is where you would name it. So I would just name this like Shelty with lines, and then save. And then this will just go to your you can't see it because the background is white. This will just go to your downloads. How do I, maybe settings. Oh yeah, dark, light. There we go. Now you can see. Now you can see the line here on this guy. He's so cute. All right. And that's what we have for you. So I hope that helps. There we go. Okay. I hope that helps. You make a whole bunch of really fun cut lines and you can make a bajillion dollars. The way that I use this usually is in things like this with these tracing things. I have this tracing path. A lot of times I'll just do like a square or I'll just put it into a shape, but you can also just use that and have that be the shape so that they have to cut that out. Another thing that people call these are like, these can be like cut lines for like scrapbooking. I think they call it like fussy cuts or something like that. People enjoy, as adults, cutting these out. So, there's a lot of market for it. So I hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.